And hopefully my overlay is not up this time. I do apologize for that. So we have pink and yellow are the color choices now for both players. Looks like I loaded first. Nice. So FaDeSorathez, the pink Protoss versus Qirat, the yellow Terran. This game will begin shortly, and will we see a one rack expand from the Terran player? So that a very late start from Sorathez. It looked like it. A few seconds on the clock there, but nothing really to worry about. Good luck, have fun from both players, and we have spawning up the top right is the yellow Terran Qirat, who is in gold. Spawning down the bottom left is Sorathez from and Fade, who is the platinum leveled Protoss. And is that a decal? That looks pretty cool. So obviously a few wins on the board for Sorathez, someone who knows the game, and just friendly conversation with from Qirat with been playing SC too long. Pylon going down and plugin going down, of course, at the usual time, and for about a year and a half. So yeah, that would be a decal. He would have a lot of games under his belt on the SEO server. Just not that good at it. So both players friendly conversation so far, and surely a barrack will go down in a second. There it is, barracks at 12 for Qirat and a gateway at 12 for Sorathez. So very standard opening, very safe, very normal, and I'll be interested to see how this one pans out. Chrono boost being spent wisely. We'll probably see a gas now for the Protoss player. Gas has gone down for the Terran player, which went down at 14 supply, and a gas now goes down at 15 for Sorathez, the Protoss player. And the probe will get in and get a free out, of course. Interesting that he chose not to wall in. Of course, you don't have to when you're not playing Zerg, but it can deny scouting early and until that observer gets in. And now a Marine is in, so he looks like he's going to wall in with Bloody first, so nothing wrong with that. It's all down to preference, and Cybernetics core goes down at 17 for Sorathez, so very standard play. So far for both players, Orbital almost finished for Qirat, and a Zealot will jump onto the field, as well as Marine for Qirat, who will follow it across the battlefield. No, we won't, that makes me feel weird. So now the cybernetic core has finished for Sorathez and won't get research straight away, as well as a Stalker. And meanwhile, the second gas has finished and a reactor for Qirat. So he's gone for 2 gas and he's shown no signs of grabbing an expansion, although floating money now is going to drop a factory. So we see some kind of 1-1-1 all in from Qirat with tanks and banshees and a few marines and some SCVs. We will have to find out. This marine might not get cut in half. Okay, it doesn't get cut in half. And he's getting a couple of shots away. That's pretty daring, but nice micro from Qirat, and the marine pays for its shenanigans with its life. And we now see 2 gases up and a robotics facility for Sorathez. So looks like a standard 3-gate robo. Second gateway now going down. Might choose to just stick with those 2 gates and have constant production from both. And this Stalker is going to take out another marine. So no marines on the field. 2 marines on the field. They will just sit behind the wall in and of course deny the Stalker. So 1-1-1 has officially occurred now for Qirat. He's gotten his Stargate and Starport, and the tech lab is almost finished on this factory. So it looks like it's going to be a 1-1-1 all in, because well, it might not necessarily be an all in. And this Stalker, he doesn't manage to kill that Marine, and they don't manage to kill the Stalker. He was trying to get to the bottom of that little peninsula, and finish it off, but that wasn't the case. So we have two gateways now with warp gate and an observer being produced from this robotic facility. We have two sentries just sitting at this ramp ready to block any kind of marines running in, and it will now get ready to send this observer in and scout whatever shenanigans Qirat is up to. Siege tank being produced with siege mode, and I would definitely say this is looking like an all-in at this stage from the Terran player. But siege tanks, when there are mortars on the field, may not do as much damage as he has hoped. That zealot will go down, but it will give vision of the siege tank. So Sorathez knows that there are units on the way. They are already halfway, and they are now sitting at this middle watchtower. Will he wait for a Banshee? Yep, a Banshee is being produced. Second siege tank out, and siege research is about to finish. The observer jumps into the base, and we'll see the 1-1-1 of Qirat. Meanwhile, 2 gates, and Arobe would want to get 3 gates if he's going to prevent this push, but he's got 4 zealots, 2 stalkers, 2 sentries, and an immortal. And they will go up against 6 marines, a siege tank, another siege tank, 2 marines, and the Banshee, which has popped. So will we see cloak research, or probably not, because he knows, well, he's probably confident. We never got a scout away at all, we're at, but he might have seen that observer. He may not have. Some players don't see the observer, but anyway, probably not worth investing in cloak because it only takes one investor to ruin that parade. The observer now getting another look at the Terran force. He will see 2 siege tanks, 10 marines, and a Banshee. I think Sorathez has more than enough to deal with this all in. He's got more on the supply count. He has more resources invested in his army on the army tab. Got 3 immortals on the field, and an observer is about to come out just in case there has been cloak research, but I'm pretty excited for this engagement. Sorathez is now confident himself, and he's going to start pushing out his units, streaming across the map towards the Terran player. Supply counts are looking very equal. The winner of this, it is safe to say the winner of this combat will win the game because there is no expansion for either player, and a couple of pylons going down for Sorathez. SCVs have come along, so this is definitely an all-in at this stage for Qirat. He'll be able to repair those siege tanks, but losing those SCVs will mean that he is not capable. So Observer does see that these are on the way, and a couple of force fields tracking a lot of the marines, but siege tanks are sieging up now, and they'll get a lot of shots away. It does scan nicely, so we'll get some shots on these retreating zealots. The zealots do go down, and once those force fields end, I think Qirat could have what it takes to overcome this. Another immortal just sitting here. It's going to be really close. The observer should... So, when he scanned to get vision, he finally attacked an observer for the first time. I didn't realize it's been following his army since the 3-minute mark of the game or so, maybe 5, but another couple of force fields might trap some units here. Will he use them? He uses one force field. The immortals, there are 4 of them. Siege tanks blasting away. We have 3 Banshees, and this is looking close, but I think the Protoss player is going to come out on top. One siege tank goes down. All of the Banshees and siege tanks have now been cleaned up. He will get some shots away if he chooses to on these immortals, but no, he backs up, and Qirat is in a lot of trouble. He has 2 barracks, a starport, and a factory. Protoss player's army is looking so much stronger, and he's going to be caught out of position here, and he's going to lose that Banshee and these 2 SCVs. Qirat is in a whole lot of trouble unless he can get some kind of defensive force together. I would say that Sorathez, the Protoss player from Fade, is going to be able to overrun him shortly and progress to the round of 16 in this GPG. So I don't think that rocket pile is going to finish. He didn't get the cancel either, so there was 100 minerals, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. That Stalker ahead of the pack did pay for its foolishness, and one Immortal's almost gone down. The Banshees are still remaining, but Immortals against Siege Tanks just destroy them. There are now 3 Immortals and 3 Stalkers up against very little resistance from the Terran players, getting this Siege Tank into siege position, and he now has 4 Immortals. He must be confident. He's throwing down an expansion as well. He knows he's in a leading position. He's just gotten double forward. He's going to get double upgrades. He needs to make these gateways warp gates and warp in. He doesn't have he does have a forward pylon now at the middle of the map. And once he gets his, Gateways on Warp Gate. He has four of them. He's running double upgrades to 1-1, and safe to say Qirat is in a lot of trouble. So this comes down to really that Sorathez was ready for it, and he was just chrono boosting Immortals out. He knew there was a 1-on-1 coming, and he knew Siege Tanks really weren't going to do very well against the Immortals. So now the Protoss player moving out with 4 Immortals, 5 Stalkers, and 2 Zealots. We have a Banshee and a couple of Marines, which are out of position. We have Siege Tank and Marines on the high ground, but this Nexus is the Nexus has finished for Qirat, and another Immortal on the way. So Sorathez is now taking a safe economic lead and is getting ready to deliver the death blow. His 1-1 is halfway finished, his 1-1 upgrade, as well as his Colossi tech beginning. We are seeing 3 sentries warped in the middle of the map for some force fields. So Siren goes past my house. So we do see 3 siege tanks, 2 banshees, and a bunch of marines. It's really not going to be enough. 5 immortals will rip through those siege tanks in no time at all. He is moving a lot of SCVs to long distance mine, and he's landing his command center down now, but he is far behind Sorathez at this stage. They both, if you have a look at the miners, okay, miners actually equal, so Qirat has kept his SCV production up nicely, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. And now the Siren has gone back the other way, but 1-1 has finished for the Protoss player. Will he wait to get some Colossi on the field? Yep, he's training 1 Colossi and he's getting Thermal Lance as well. Will he wait till that can reinforce the units before he moves out? And now Siege Tanks are out of position and Sorathez is ready to pounce. He is leading the supply count by 20, almost 30, 28 at this stage. 2 bases fully saturated for the Protoss player. And he is just really playing it safe. He doesn't want to run in there, lose his whole army, and be prone to some kind of counterattack. So he is just waiting and waiting until he gets a Colossi or 2 on the field. But meanwhile, Qirat is also safely grabbing his natural and getting that up to speed. So Twilight Council down now, so we can start level 2 upgrades. We might even see some Archons in the mix. But Siege Tank on the low ground gets picked off. A lot of units being left behind. He'd want to bring them all together, and now these forces do get destroyed by the Siege Tank in siege mode. He uses Guardian Shield, but then doesn't engage, so a bit of a waste of energy there. But is he going to choose to go around? Looks like he's going to. Is Qirat aware of that and prepared for that? I think he is. We do have a forward pylon, of course, at the third of Qirat, walking in 4 Zealots, and a Colossi now joins the mix. This spells trouble for Qirat. Sorathez moving forward now, and Siege Tanks just end siege mode, and now he is in so much trouble. He will try to get back into siege mode, but there is no chance. So Sorathez just ripping through this army of Qirat, and that will surely be a GG for Qirat. I can't see him coming back from that. Such a nice Protoss death blow. SCV charging, but Colossi doing so much damage. Level 1-1 units, Robotics and Gateway units just ripping through that. Now goes a 13 supply Qirat, so surely Sorathez will accept the fact that he is going to have to GG as Master Melt. Not sure what that is about. On fire, but we'll go down anyway. Alright, but one base now remaining. He's got a mule, 1 lone mule standing ready to prepare that siege tank. It does get some shots away, but vision from the Colossi. It actually did a fair bit of damage. I'll check if it got any kills. It got 4 kills on the board, but really not enough. This Colossi is able to just pick off that barrack if it chooses to due to its upgrades, and level 2 armor and attack. Will he wait for this to finish? Run the Stalker up. The Stalker dies, but yeah, way too much. That mule has no chance of repairing that, and the Protoss army is just going to overwhelm the Qirat forces. GG for Qirat, GG for Sorathez,